It's thundering in Wells. How come your audio is connecting forever, Brandon? It's like the forever audio. I can't hear you, Brennan Hoke. I can hear thunder here. Hey, welcome. Welcome, everybody. I'm back. This is the pre-show of the show, which isn't the actual show that gets broadcast on TV and radio. It's the show of the show. It's the pre-show show. Where are you, Brandon? He's having some audio difficulties. And, well, that's why we have the pre-show, so that we can work these things out. And while he's doing that, I might as well just do this. Bam, here's Interior Weather and Wilderness Watchers. It's the Facebook group that I run. It's got 15.4 thousand members, it says right now. That's pretty good, I think. I'm happy with that. So here I am. I'm posting the thing that is this show link. Hey, everyone. Hey, I wanted that to be, hey, everyone. We're live. Spread the word and come see what Frankie, Brandon, Imogen, and I are saying about all this crazy weather that's coming. There's some big stories ahead. We got them. Okay, that sounds like a thing, right? Can we, Brandon?
Good evening.
Wow, there you are.
Here I am.
Hey,
I'm
hear my
alive.
thunder?
There you got thunder. Oh yeah, you've got thunder. I don't have any thunder here.
What's going on in Wells? Kaboom! Nothing very interesting, to be honest. It's rumbled a little, and you can see it might rumble some more. It's hardly anything compared to what's been going on in Fort St. John and that kind of places today, and say up in Grand Prairie right now, where there's all kinds of hell breaking loose, isn't there?
Yeah, we got a severe thunderstorm warning for DeBolt. I like that town name, DeBolt. They're gonna get debolted by the lightning here.
Right.
Well, yeah. So storm moving south, nickel-sized hail, heavy rain, and we've got Grand Prairie is basically surrounded by storms. It's a good day to be in Grand Prairie right now if you're big into
I guess so.
thunder boomers.
People are probably pretty concerned about the fire danger.
Oh yeah. Well, now I'm not too much worried about a fire danger in northwestern Alberta because we're dealing with flooding now. So they've had enough rain for the whole week. They're about 174 millimeters of rain in Hendrickson Creek there this week. Pretty impressive.
Certainly in northeastern BC, it's still very dry.
Yeah, still a little dry up in northeastern BC. They kind of missed out on that deluge of rain.
I was in northeastern BC, sort of. I was out in the middle of nowhere, man.
Middle of nowhere.
Literally. And on a fire that you will never hear about because we defeated it.
Defeated the fire. So as that goes with the song, Joey just stopped the fire.
Yes.
Like that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. That's how we do it.
I was singing while we were patrolling. I was singing some really nice songs.
Nice songs
about fires and stuff.
About fires. Well, that's awesome.
Everyone's 20 people in a big patrol moving through a dead fire.
Mm-hmm.
Former rock and roll legend Joey Only.
Oh yeah.
Can be the one on the line to spread the cheer once in a while.
That's right. That's right. That indeed. While you were doing that, I was judging karaoke. And it was actually pretty good, actually. It was better than I thought it would be.
Yeah, okay.
Except for the one guy this other band had their instruments up on stage already. So This other dude, he likes to kind of stumble around while he sings, and he runs into this guy's guitar and breaks it before they had to play next. So he didn't win the competition though.
No, I guess not. He was probably not very popular.
No, so one of the other judges was a singer on that in that band.
So yeah, some major thunderstorm activity going over there in Father and Watno and Eaglehams and Wanhams and Wokings and Websters and Sexsmiths and DeBolt.
yes.
And there's some really funny Crooked Creek. Everything's kind of funny up there. Okay, so look out, people in that area and
That's right.
sort of northeast of Grand Prairie,
Very
northeast of Grand Prairie, I meant to say, and lots of pretty strong looking thunderstorms going on there. And this is the guy over here that's coming down through Farmington, one of these cells, and then we got another one that's just coming through Eris there, and the Kiskatna River comes through there. So that was severe warned earlier when it was up through Charlie Lake and whatnot. And we did have also earlier today pretty strong one that went down through Lemoore. So it looks like Lemoore is going to get a little bit of a round two, but definitely not like it was this afternoon. And progress, yep, it's the weather. You can hear the thunder. Can you hear my thunder?
Thunder. I think I heard something, or was it you? I don't know. Yeah, I think I heard the rumble.
Come on, I should get credit for having a thunderstorm on Showtime, you know.
Oh, yes. Could have had a show last Wednesday when hell's breaking loose out here, but that's okay. I was too busy.
Yeah.
It would have been had to do radio and then go outside and then go back inside and do radio and then go back outside. Look at the sky.
So here's our little thunderstorm in Wells. It's just across. It's just across from me here.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah, it is kind of cute. Eh? He's all trying to be angry, but it's hard to take him seriously because he's just so small and cute.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Unlike the one that was over likely yesterday. That was a pretty good one.
That was a pretty good storm, definitely. And which is likely just south of us, of course, here.
Oh, yeah. Have you been to Likely before? What's it like there?
Many times. Of course, I've been to Likely. I'm a Caribou Mountains guy.
I know you are.
What you do is you go down through the back road here, 3900 road, and it's like 160K from Barkerville, and you can come down to Likely. And that's one of my favorite places in the whole world is to come down through Caribou River, Matthew Creek's up here, and Ghost Lake.
You know, there's a webcam at Wells, hey?
Yeah.
Have
a look. See if you can see our storm at all.
Oh, I'll take a look. Yeah, I'll take a look here. Look, see, Lou at the Wells webcam. Once I find it here.
See, look how mad our storm is right now. It's incredible.
Where am I here? I'm a little. There you are, Wells. Hey, that looks pretty good. It looks pretty dark.
Yeah, I'll give it to you in a second.
Lights are on.
I'll give it to you in a second. But here we go.
Yeah, dark.
Here's our storm. There's the final radar image of our storm right there, Brandon.
Okay, boomer.
Okay.
You wanted me to say that, didn't you?
Yes. What do you got for us?
What I got for you? Well, it has been, we've had everything in the last week here. We've had fires. First off, we had the fires. Then we had tornadoes. And then we had flooding rains. And then some areas in Jasper National Park got 60 centimeters of snow this past week. And some of us got some frost this morning. First day of summer, welcoming the summer solstice here with a little snow and frost. And now we're warming up. And then we'll get more thunderstorms. So eventually I'll steal all your thunderstorms again and have a party here in Alberta. That's my plan of attack.
This next week's looking pretty thunderstormy for BC.
And probably for BC too. Yes.
Yeah, it is. It looks like we got a week of weeks coming up. I think Friday, Saturday are going to be pretty exciting.
Warm webcam shot here. because it's on windy.com.
Looks like it might be hailing a little bit up the lake on an angle. It's hard for me to show because of the curtain and because the cord on this camera.
Thunderstorm. Oh yeah, and I judged meat last weekend. That was fun.
You judged meat, did you?
Judged from singing to meat. It was quite a couple of weekends there. Then somebody put a lot of spice in their chicken, and I had to yell and scream. It was so spicy.
My God. So do you have this webcam image to show everybody?
Well, I'm just going to post it on the Facebook here. Thunderstorm at Wells, just to make you popular on my Facebook page.
Oh.
Then I'm going to go over here and I turn my webcams on. First off, that's what we got to do.
It'll be at the highway there.
Oh, yeah. And then I got to find it on the Windy app here. I guess it's
Holy
taking a
weatherman.
little bit. Here we go.
I thought you had something.
Oh, I do. Here it is. Wells. Click on Wells. All right. And then I'm going to go here. I'm going to go back over here. Share the screen.
Meanwhile, it's thunderstorming in the hills of Wells. There's gold in them hills.
Sure.
See?
Oh, gold. Gold in the Wells. All right. Here it is. There's your Wells camera. Wells West. Highway 26. There's
Still
the
don't
store
see
right
it.
there.
Just says started screen sharing. Come on. There it is.
There it is right there. Yeah.
Ah, so that's the angle up the lake. I can't really see. That's good. Right on. That's Jack Club's Lake.
Yeah. That's Jack Club's Lake. That I think those are street lights right there, isn't it? Yeah.
No, what you're seeing up across there too is there's new health regulation things
Okay.
that are in front of the lake because
It's
of
like street lights.
yeah, I know it's bad.
Okay.
So it's like a rope across, and there's two little signs from the Ministry
Oh, okay. Yeah.
of
That's what that
Northern
is.
Health that says contamination alert.
Oh. So don't drink the water in Wells.
Well, I mean, most of it's
Adelaide.
pretty good,
Yeah.
but I think it's the sandy
Whoop.
silt stuff in the flats around there that you don't want to be kicking up.
There goes the emergency alert for flooding in North. Yeah, there's like flooding in the White Court area. Who's getting evacuated now? So evacuation or canceled for areas along the Range Road, West Mountain. Orders in effect for everyone. Township Road 59-3A, Township Road 594, south of the McLeod River. Waters on the McLeod River are receding. So that's good news. But been nasty with the flooding there. So yeah, about a week ago, Edson, Alberta was evacuated due to fire. And then this week, they are. I'm gonna go back here. Try to. Now, what button did I press? Okay, stop.
This week they are
flooding. Being evacuated from fire to flooding in 1 week. Water in their basements and stuff. Yeah.
So here's another good look I got going on at radars for. Actually, we'll come back to that in a second. Here's the when it comes available, the thunderstorm outlook.
Oh yes.
For ECC, and it's all in capital letters, just so you can. I don't know why.
Yeah. It always is in capital letters. Yep. They always put it in capitals.
So yeah, it says a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
and so it says a bunch of stuff, arcs
Oh,
and
yeah.
relative and discussion. Alberta shortwave tracking, western, northwestern Alberta. Yes, that's what's happening. And Saskatobia, relatively quiet. Yes, and further south. So yeah, here we go. And then Alberta. So yeah, you're not looking real good for you. And day 2, not
Yep.
looking, all that great for severe for Alberta. So today we do see some of these risk of severe was going on, and that did happen in Fort St. John area. And we do have a risk still tonight down in Kelowna of the weather's kind of coming north now. It's the heat is pushing. I think we're getting a change. We're seeing some thunderstorms that were pushing south yesterday, but I think we're starting to see things now going to start rebounding on a northern. And we got that heat and dry weather coming from the south is coming in. So do look for a little bit of a change in the direction of where things are going. So day 1 update, we get nothing. And we get nothing here again. And we get nothing. So that's what we get is nothing. I don't know why. Prairies, you always get the full updates. And BC, we just get today. And even though we know tomorrow is going to kick absolute ass, we get nothing.
Well, that's probably because I'm stealing all the storms, again.
Well, that's why you need interior weather and wilderness watchers, because our Facebook group is covering places in British Columbia that no one really else is. So we look at daily hotspots right now. No map to display. Okay.
There's where places are. Yes, but there's no map.
Okay. Well, come on. So fire danger, we see definitely northern BC. And like we were just talking about, you did get so much rain through a good portion of Alberta. But that whole area, northern BC, didn't really see much. And even where I was, it cooled down. I was pretty far north. It cooled down for a bit, but we didn't get any of that snow really. And we didn't get a whole lot of rain, a little bit of thunderstorm and lightning. And definitely with all the lightning that's been going on today, fire risk up there is a big deal, right? And if we look at the drought code, retrieve map, I was noticing today that, still we're far below where things need to be, right? So if we did have a bit of a change in the fine fuel moisture code in Western Canada, and maybe things kind of look a little better that way, we know that fine fuels will dry out fast in the heat coming this week, right? If we look at the Duff moisture code, very blue, but because we've seen that drought index is still pretty high, I don't think it will take that long for things to really dry out in the coming heat. And we have lots of thunderstorms coming, right? So, here's your telling when the buildup index already, we see that that risk was much lower in parts of BC. That will change fast, although I'm sure Alberta really needed that rain, especially, right? Yeah. So that's what I got to say about that. Here on the Comedeorological Report. Hi, Imogen. How's it going? Haven't seen you in a little while.
Yeah, pretty all right. I'm here, upright, awake. How's fire patrol been?
It was good. It was very good. We went to a fire that no one will ever hear about, and we defeated it.
Well,
we kept it at 105 hectares. We had one really good battle day in which the fire tried to escape. And when we first got there, and you know how it goes, it's really exciting when you first get there. And and then if you're really good at your job, then it's really not exciting for the next week while you just mop it up and make sure that it's still going on, that it's dead. So here's lightning danger in Wells right now. We got lots of lightning in the hills. Lots of lightning in the hills, Brandon.
Oh, yes.
Multimedia going on here on phones and on different things. And so, yes, I'm home with the crew truck, probably I'm not ready to deploy again till next Thursday at the earliest. So we might have another show next week.
Kind of up in the air. Sounds good.
Yeah. I think I'm going to be pretty much attached to the north a lot this year. So the north's going to be busy. So I might be busy this year, right? So that's what I'm looking at. It could be that kind of a cometeorological summer where Joey's just not able to routinely turn out episodes. But whenever we can, we will. And if I'm at a hotel with good internet, we will. It may have to be that we record an hour later, or maybe but yeah, it's tough at this time of year. And then, sometimes I'm just so fucking exhausted when it's all over. Someone's asking when Frankie's going to be here. In 10 minutes time, Frankie will show up at top of the hour, 7 o'clock. I'm Joey Only. This is Brandon Hauk. He's the weatherman in Brooks, Alberta. If you don't know, he's the radio voice on 105.7, the real country radio station. And he's been judging meat and karaoke this week and has had tornadoes going on around him. And he was chasing storms on a bicycle and winning. We've all been winning around here. And Imogen Bailey seems to have had a change in hair color. And so if you haven't been on for a while, that is Imogen Bailey.
Yep.
I don't hear the thunder out my window so much anymore. All I hear now is like the occasional car driving by. It's summer and so it's super busy here. I mean, 2 cars went by.
2 cars. Oh boy. I haven't had any cars go by my place either. Yeah. I'm out in the middle of nowhere. So
I can't believe that 2 cars went by. I mean, there's some winters you wait all day for 2 cars to go by.
Yep.
So what's new? What's everyone got?
Clear blue skies.
Yeah, I got clear blue skies here today. Today's been nice. I had a nice shower yesterday. I was out in it and it was like probably the best downpour ever and just got drenched. It was fun.
Excellent. Yes. 8 minutes till Frankie shows up, everybody, and till we begin recording the show, especially. So what we do here is this is the recording session of what will be the radio and TV show. However, we're live streaming it and then editing it and then also posting it back on YouTube finished and then also going on air radio. It's pretty confusing. So it's just, you'd enjoy the show. We're live and we're talking about all the weather. Oh, a little bit of thunder in the distance. So we got 7 minutes till Frankie gets here. So just don't everybody worry too much because we will have Mr. Frankie. Okay, so down there, we see still in BC some pretty aggressive thunderstorm going on there. Farmington, nice little community. They got a general store right there in the corner that people buy liquor at and things like that. Gatorade and down this road in Farmington, it cuts across down to Eris. The storm just went through this. The Sunset Community Pasture is there. So you see here Sunset Prairie. So Sunset Community Pasture is basically this section here that's getting hit by the storm. And I probably put about 12 kilometers of fencing in there with Malcolm McLean in 2014, I believe it was. So that storm now passing through Eris. Yeah, it looks, probably some action going on there. Dope. What do you think? Any hail in there, Brandon?
Yeah, there would be some hail.
Looks like it, eh? Those little
A little bit of
purples.
hail core there. A little bit of a hail spike. I see that. Yeah.
Yeah. So look out, Eris. You're getting some hails. I'm not sure exactly how big they would be, but
Hopefully
probably
not as big as Colorado last night with the what was that? The outdoor concert. It was about thousands of people at this outdoor concert last night. at the amphitheater there, and a golf ball size hail plummeled down on thousands of people in an outdoor concert.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Mhm.
So definitely an Eris. Maybe you got some dimes in there, nickels or something. Maybe it's a little bit of hail core. And definitely that's a storm that was pretty angry today when it went through Charlie Lake and through Fort St. John. And it's definitely still got some anger going on. But yeah, looking over this in Alberta side, some really nice storms going on, passing down through just above Beaver Lodge and Hythe and Claremont as well. So all around Grand Prairie, some of the fairly aggressive thunderstorms going on.
Oh yeah.
And definitely got some hail going on in some of that Claremont down through Triple L Trailer Court. So look out, Trailer Court.
Mm-hmm. That's your trail. And then the Warren Cell, that one's going down. DeBolt.
And the corner of 736 there. Nice looking blast of hail probably coming on there. So
DeBolt, Crooked Creek.
So that is some pretty exciting weather going on. I think that is what we're going to be seeing more in BC in the coming days. Frankie McDonald is entering the room.
It's 4 minutes early.
Yeah,
Wow.
special occasion. He probably misses us.
Oh yeah.
Because I miss Frankie.
Hi, Joey.
Hi, Frankie
Thank you.
McDonald.
Show starts in a few minutes.
Yeah, we'll hit record in a minute. You're early, so we could always just start recording early.
Yes.
Okay, let's do that. I think people are really excited to see you here today. Already in the chat, people are saying, "Where's Frankie?" And they want to know where Frankie is. So now we know he's outside in Sydney, Nova Scotia. And I'm going to hit record, and we're going to start
Yes.
getting on with the show. Clear my throat, fix my hat. Good morning, Prince George. Good afternoon, Winnipeg. Hello, Kamloops and Victoria. And hello, Shaw Spotlight. Hello, Canada. Hello, viewers from Interior Weather Wilderness Watchers. I'm Joey Only, your Caribou Weather Dude, and this is the Comedeorological Report. Comedy plus meteorology equals Comedeorology. It's your show about how much the weather sucks in Canada, because the weather is funny business. Comedy and meteorology do belong together more than people might assume otherwise. So on this show, we do have Frankie McDonald out there in Sydney, Nova Scotia. We got Brandon Houck. He's the man over in Brooks, Alberta, who's all about weather. And he's a radio host, and he judges karaoke contests and meet and things like that. He's quite the famous celebrity down there in Little Brooks, Alberta, and we're lucky to have him too. So world famous Frankie McDonald. Well, also we got cover girl Imogen Cookie Bailey. She's on with us again down in Victoria, British Columbia. It's Thumblin'. Did I say Thumblin'? It's Thumblestorming out my window here in Wells, British Columbia. So I get a point. Although Brandon, he had tornadoes last year. You're hearing us on last week. You had tornadoes last week. That's last year. So we have so much to catch up on. I was on Wildfire once again. So this has been a busy season for me already. I'm unfortunately unable to make episodes on the regular because I fight Wildfire for a living. But when we can, we will come back and talk all about all the stories and more here on the show. Okay, so you're hearing us on C4 88.7 FM in Prince George, CKUW 95.9 FM in Winnipeg. You're hearing us on CFBX 92.5 and Shaw Spotlight. Frankie McDonald, how you doing so far, my friend?
I'm doing great so far. It was hot outside earlier. It got a little bit cooler in the city as of right now. All across Eastern, it's going to bring a lot of rain. New York City this week. It's going to bring them so much heavy rain. New York City, USA, Manhattan, New York, Queens, New York, and all these places. Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. They're bringing a lot of rain there right now. All across the East Coast of the United States. It's going to bring so much rain eastern United States. It's really, really, really hot in Arizona right now. It's really hot all across Arizona, and they had a big hailstorm in Texas. It was really, really, really bad hailstorm in Texas right now. Hail was so bad there. Damaged a lot of windshields and things like this and people's cars and things like this down the state of Texas. And then there's a tropical storm and a breath is going to miss Cuba altogether. It's going to head towards Central America. There's another storm developing. It's going to become a hurricane.
Is it? Where's the new hurricane going to be, Frankie?
It's going to be Cindy.
Right. What else is going on, bud?
And did you hear about this? A lot of fires going on in Quebec right now too, and it's going to a lot of thunderstorms going on in the central United States right now. Then it's going to cool down Sydney, Nova Scotia on Sunday with lots of rain. It's going to be cool and wet next week in Sydney, Nova Scotia, in Halifax, Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, New Brunswick, and Newfoundland, even Quebec and Ontario. It's going to bring rain for the whole week next week. I'm letting Base Guy know on tomorrow's show. It's going to bring a lot of rain all next week in Montreal.
Well, that's good for the forest fires in Quebec then, isn't it, Frankie?
I'm doing great. A lot of fires going on in Siberia right now.
What else is going on over there?
In New Zealand, it's getting cold weather right now. And yesterday was the first day of winter in New Zealand. It was their shortest day of the year back on Wednesday. And I got my brand new haircut last Thursday.
Yeah, your brand new haircut looks really good, Frankie. Sorry I missed the show last week, Thursday. I was way out in the wilderness in northern British Columbia somewhere. And I was on a fire, and the fire I was on is no longer on fire. It's out. So we won, and I came home early. Here we are.
And then late next week, it's supposed to get a heat wave in interior British Columbia once again.
Yeah, it's very concerning. Things are going to dry out really fast, I think, in BC, Frankie. And they're
And
already still very dry in the north. And there's big thunderstorms going on right now, up in the Peace where it's pretty dry. And there's going to be a lot more thunderstorms down here in central and southern BC, Frankie. So what do you think is going to happen?
It's going to trigger more fires.
I think so, unfortunately, as things dry out and as the heat comes in. Some of that dry air coming in is going to be really, really low humidity, in the 20s, right? So that's fire weather.
It's going to trigger more fires in British Columbia and things like this. And did you hear about this? It's going to bring a lot of brush fires since El Nino's developing off the coast of Ecuador. That's going to bring really bad fire season in Australia. This southern hemisphere summer coming up in December 2023.
Who has the worst weather in the world today, Frankie?
The worst weather in the world is somewhere in southeastern United States, and Texas had hail and things like this. Did a lot of damage, smashed windshields, causing tornadoes in central states.
Brandon said a concert in Colorado last night got hit with golf ball size hail.
It was really bad there.
Right. What's going on in Europe, Frankie?
Lots of thunderstorms and rain going on in Europe too. And England's going, lots of showers going on in England right now. And so much rain going on in Africa, like Nigeria again, and things like this. A lot of disturbances coming off the coast to Africa, like Nigeria again, and all these countries. It was really, really bad storms as of right now. It's really bad fires going on in British Columbia and all these places as for right now.
And Frankie didn't start the fires at all.
And as somebody started false rumors about Frank L. saying the submarine's not true, I had addressed another false statement again.
Yeah, we know you didn't start the forest fires, Frankie.
I did not start the forest fires at all.
No, he does not do that kind of thing at all. Frankie McDonald, what kind of other videos did you make this week?
A guy dancing, then being chased by moose. The guy dancing, then being chased by raccoons a day later. Monday and Tuesday, I did one comedy video on Monday and another comedy video I did on Tuesday. A guy dancing, then being chased by raccoons. A guy dancing, being chased by moose.
Wow, did the guy get away?
The moose finally got away on Monday. The raccoons finally got away on Tuesday. That's my skit I did on my YouTube channel. I did both of my videos earlier in the week.
Excellent. Excellent work, Frankie. I love your videos. What's been going on up in outer space?
There's an asteroid 2022 AE1 headed towards the Earth on July 4th. It's going to miss the Earth.
It's going to miss the Earth altogether?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. What about Beetlejuice? I hear it's going to explode.
What?
Did you hear about the star Beetlejuice is going to have a supernova?
Pretty soon. It's their red giant in another solar system.
Yeah, new studies have come out in the last week that say that
Another
maybe in
galaxy.
the tens of years before Beetlejuice explodes, maybe in our lifetimes.
Their sun must be a red giant.
Yeah, apparently it's way bigger than they thought it was too. So it's ready to go. She's
Some of
ready
those-
to blow, Frankie.
Some of those sun-like stars is in a dying stage, just like the red giant in other galaxies out there in other solar systems.
Absolutely. So, Frankie, what did you have for supper tonight?
I had barbecue hamburgers with bacon on it tonight. It was great.
Oh, I'm jealous. Anybody got questions for Frankie on our limited panel tonight? We only got Brandon and Imogen here tonight. So that means everyone's got to talk more.
Okay, here's a solid question for Frankie. Given the variations of weather systems on the planets in our solar system, which planet is most likely to be hit with a bunch of tornadoes?
Jupiter,
Why?
because there's a big red spot. And
Yeah.
Mars can get powerful sandstorms up in Mars.
Yeah, the
True.
big red spot in Jupiter is like a super hurricane. You know that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
See, I thought that he would have said Jupiter because it's a gas planet, and the whole planet is pretty much made of gas. So it's nothing but tornado weather. It's perfect for tornadoes. So I figured that was going to be his reason. But I like going in the direction of the giant eyeball, the angry red eye.
The angry red eye. It's always watching. It's always there. It's a big giant storm. Frankie, what about that submersible sub? What happened with those people?
It's split in half. It cracked.
Yeah,
They're all deceased.
Yeah, 5 people, eh?
Yeah.
They're like, I got a good idea. Let's climb Mount Everest without oxygen. Oh no.
Death.
Yeah, that's what happens. You spend a lot of money sometimes for your own demise. And people think that's kind of funny. And to be honest, I do. I mean, I can help you die for very cheap, and then you can give the money to your kids. You know, it's like we can give you suggestions. We're not going to do that though in this show. This show is all about life and about how beautiful life is on planet Earth. And that includes human life. However, yeah.
There are other sun-like stars in other solar systems in other galaxies.
Absolutely. And I bet you eventually people will pay money to go top dollar to go die visiting them too. Brandon, you got a question for Frankie this week?
I don't think I do. Oh, no, I'm stumped. You stumped me, Frankie.
That's not very good, Brandon. Like, I got 2 panel members and you can't think of a question?
Yeah. All right. Okay, Frankie, what did you do last night?
I was doing the karaoke. I sang 2 songs. We didn't start the fire in Peaches.
Oh, is that
yeah.
The Joey. Next week is Kids and Club podcast on Wednesday, June 28th. You guys will be joining Kids and Club podcast next week with Jamie Clump.
I don't know if I'll be able to on Wednesday. I think I have a big plan on Wednesday. John Buckley from New Brunswick, Frankie, he wants to know, what is the best thing that has happened to you in your whole life?
I did a viral video, severe earthquake warning for California, September 2010 video. It was on Tosh.0 season 2, episode 13.
How come that video was so popular in the end?
A lot of people became interested.
Because you got the earthquake prediction right, didn't you?
Yeah.
Did you cause the earthquake, Frankie?
I just guessed the prediction for New Zealand earthquake prediction. I did a video on Friday, October 21st, 2016. 3 weeks later, I got it right on November 13th, 2016. That was all over the news for that.
Are you causing earthquakes, Frankie? I guess that'd be
I-
easy to predict them if you were causing them.
I just guessed the prediction. I just warned people to let them know.
Okay, so Frankie does not cause earthquakes at all. Okay, then. Brandon Hauk, over there in Brooks, Alberta. He's the weatherman at the country radio station. And last week you had a lot of tornadoes, man. Talk to us about the tornadoes that happened.
Yes, so we had a pretty interesting setup here last week, Wednesday, with low pressure system situated right over top of us here. We had a cool, dry, wet, damp air mass across central northern region, so temperatures were like in teens, and it was a cold rain. And we were in the warm sector here in the south, and that was able to get booster temperature up to at least 23 degrees last week, Wednesday there. And it produced a nasty little supercell that developed in the Lethbridge area. And this thing was rotating quite hard here. It decided to produce one tornado near Iron Springs, at least 4 tornadoes in the Iron Springs area there. And then the supercell made its trek up the, up towards Enchant there, produced 2 more tornadoes. And then we had a water spout right over Lake Newell over here, and another tornado touchdown just on the outskirts of Brooks there, and that did some minor damage there. And lots of people got pictures and video of that beauty of a tornado that decided to develop on the south side of Brooks. And I was able to get a little glimpse of it as well as I ran out to the road there, and then I saw it, and I had to come back in here to do radio hits because I had to do emergency carts for our radio stations to get the warnings out and do weather on the radio that night for severe weather coverage. So it was I got like at least 6,000 steps back and forth from the road back here going checking out the tornadoes that touched down here. So the rotation stayed to the south, and then we had a
my God, you must be ripped by now.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's how I get my workout with severe weather, to the road and back, running. Got my workout that night, that's for sure. And all tornadoes that did develop on that Wednesday rated EF0 with the minimal damage that they did. So that's kind of the good thing. Nobody got injured. Nobody got hurt. No significant damage, but quite an evening, and not the record for tornadoes. The record for tornadoes for
11
a single day was 11, and we had 10 that day. So off by 1. We needed 2 more tornadoes, but we couldn't get it done.
Well, good luck next time.
Thanks.
Hopefully you get more EF0 tornadoes.
That's right. Those
And
are
10.
I saw 2 of the tornadoes, so that'd be my 3rd tornado of my lifetime actually last week. So yeah, pretty big deal.
Wow, I've seen more tornadoes than Brandon.
Oh,
I thought you'd be like in the 10s or something.
10s. Well, I did get invited out to a storm chase in a couple of weeks here, so we'll try to rank those numbers up here.
Ooh, who you going with? Who you going with? Spread the details.
I think dude named Ryan. I think that's his name.
You don't even know the guy's name?
Well, sort of. I've met him once at ChaserCon last year. Because I got booted off Twitter last week. They're all being nice to me and want to take me on a storm chase.
So Ryan Krause wants to take you storm chasing. Is that what you're
Not
saying?
Ryan Krause. There's another Ryan, but yeah.
How many? There's not that many Ryans in the weather world, is there?
I know a lot of Ryans. My goodness.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ryan's a popular name.
So we did have some severe thunderstorms here in the Cariboo yesterday, too. One crossed Highway 97 and was spitting possibly ping pongs at one point. And we had another one out by Hansville, well west of Williams Lake. A little bit of rumbling here yesterday again. Today up in the Peace, rumbling, and I think some of that's still going on, right? So, what can we expect? I think over this next week, Brandon. For British Columbia and for beyond. I mean, things are going to dry out, and we got a lot of thunderstorms coming. I think Friday is going to be a pretty good storm day here in BC. So, what are you seeing? What are you seeing for BC first?
Well, yes, for British Columbia here. So as we've taken a look at the fire risk there, and the fire risk is a little higher up to the northern sections of BC. Southern interior is still doing okay so far, but we're going to start to, I believe we're going to start cranking up the heat a little bit as we go through the weekend into early next week. And we're going to get quite active here as well. So the instability values are going to be up. We're going to be dealing with thunderstorms, multiple rounds of thunderstorms through the weekend into early next week. And then we'll start seeing things really start to dry out and heat up as we go through most of next weekend through British Columbia. Meanwhile, this a different situation for Alberta on this side of the borders. We've been dealing with quite a for areas around Edson there when we there goes a dirt bike. Okay, never mind. Anyways, so in Edson, after we recorded the last episode there, they were a day after we recorded that last episode, they were evacuated due to a fire that jumped the fire guard there and went really, really close to the town site there. So they had to evacuate for a week in Edson there because of a major fire that was burning really close to the town site there. There was multiple other fires. And then it all changed suddenly last week. So then we had the tornadoes midweek there. And then we had a significant amount of rainfall in northwestern portions of Alberta for our area through Edson up to Hendrickson Creek there. 130 to 174 millimeters of rainfall has fallen in these areas. So that has caused some significant amount of flooding. So that has definitely knocked the fire out. But now we're dealing with the flooding. So we've got major rivers flooding, people evacuated due to flooding, and not only a significant amount of rain, but we also had a significant amount of snow in Jasper National Park. Some parts of Jasper National Park getting up to 60 centimeters of snow earlier this week, which is, it's still June, eh? So it can snow in Alberta in June. That's for sure.
Well, much the same here in Wells. I believe they got some in here in Wells, but thankfully not 60 centimeters. I would not have liked to have come home to that.
Oh, but I thought you'd love to see 60 centimeters of snow in your backyard in Wells.
Yeah, in December.
In December. Not in June. Hey, you could do some summer skiing and snowshoeing and right.
I make my living fighting wildfire, right? So
yeah,
I'm always trying to walk the balance of I want some work, but I don't want the province to burn down.
Yeah. Well, so that was it's been a wild week, I have to say, for weather in Alberta. Very busy. Today has actually been, well, it's still a little stormy, but been a little quieter compared to. And it looks like into next weekend here, we will see another chance of storms. So maybe some more severe weather coming our way through the weekend and through next week. Looks like almost every day next week, we've got a chance of storms again. So maybe I might see another tornado. We'll see.
I love your weird emphasis, the strange areas of the sentence that you're putting the pressure points, just exclamation points littered throughout that statement. That was a great delivery, by the way. Yep. It's like you were kind of while you were speaking, you're sort of caps lock on for every other word.
Uh-huh.
Well done.
When you talk all day on the radio, you start slowing things down a little bit at this time of day, Earlier this morning, I was ramping up everything. But
you take on radio guy cadence.
Oh yes.
So we got no Joe Stover this week. He says he might check in from Winnipeg next week if we have an episode. So what can we say for our Winnipeg friends about their weather this week?
Oh, Winnipeg. So while Jasper is getting pummeled with 60 centimeters of snow, The temperature in Winnipeg this week was 37 degrees. With the humidex, it felt like 43 outside. So that was my would you rather Wednesday question. Would you rather have a humidex of 43 or 60 centimeters of snow? And it was very close. So it was, I think 51% wanted 61 centimeters of snow, and 49% of the vote wanted 43-degree humidex. So it was that tight on the poll and the Twitter poll there this week. So, but yeah, and then they had some wild storms. Killarney, Manitoba had some damage. Wind damage looks like they're continuing to investigate that possible wind, maybe tornado damage there that night as the front went through, cooled things down. And they had a little rain today in Winnipeg on the 22nd of June. And looks like in the next week, we've got the system bypassing the south, Colorado low there. So it looks like we're going to avoid the rain for the weekend, keep the temperatures down just a little bit. And then into next week, we'll crank those temperatures back up again, probably close to near 30 degrees. And then we'll see potential for possible thunderstorms.
Yeah, some of those storms they had last week were pretty juiced, I saw, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So, Frankie, I got you on mute because of the wind and traffic behind you. If you want to unmute yourself.
And did you hear about this? That they had a big hailstorm in Colorado. It was really, 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 really bad so far.
Oh, yes.
And did you hear about this? My dad, Frankie Downs, making a lot of music so far.
Right, yeah, I heard that. What about that storm that with the hail? What concert was it? What exactly happened?
Oh, what was the concert again? Hold on, I gotta find it here. I gotta find the amphitheater. There we go. Red Rocks Park Amphitheater there. So it was last night during. Yeah, it was kind of like they have Metro Fire. They have it's like a like Big Valley Jamboree, one of those concerts, outdoor concerts where you have multiple artists at the concert there, and then they do like a whole big event. It's at the amphitheater there. So storm moved in, but the problem was nobody evacuated out of the grounds. They thought they were fine when the storm was moving in last night, and all of a sudden it started to downpour golf ball size hail on over 1,000 people that were in the stands outside. And I'd say at least over hundreds of people were injured in the hailstorm last night in Colorado there. So it was not great. So, a lot of people sent to hospital as well. So with broken bones, bruises, you know it.
It's a woohoo party. Dunk.
Yep. It came down. People were hiding under tables, and then I think there's a tweet out today. So there's like a convenience store. There's like a not a convenience store, but concession. The workers are in the concession videotaping everybody getting hit by hail, so they were not happy about that. But
right, yeah. Well, we had a very similar thing happen in Artswells here one year where very large hail came down, and it was obvious to me for a long time that something wrong was about to go on. Yet everyone just kept walking around like it was no big deal. And then suddenly these like big rocks of hail started falling, and people were screaming and running, and they all tried to come into my place. It was something. And here's just some of the tourists that walk by.
Oh yeah,
they're like looking at my house right now, and like what is that crazy place?
They probably think this is a museum, and coming in and saying, "Hey, is this the Museum of Wells?"
No, it's the Museum of Bad Attitudes.
Bad attitudes, eh?
Is what I'd say. Yeah. So there was a question for Frankie from one of the people from John Buckley. Again, he's asking questions. He wants to know, are you good at math? Oh, you're muted though.
I was good at elementary math a long time ago, since when I was a kid.
Are you good at math right now, Frankie?
I calculate things like this.
Imogen, can you come up with a math problem to test if Frankie's good at math?
Yeah.
All right. Yes, I can actually. So, Steven Tyler has 12 pineapples. He goes to the store and buys 5 more. He also buys 6 bananas and 2 apples. On the way out, he drops 4 pineapples. How many bananas does he have?
And not too many bananas left.
That's right. He only had a handful to begin with. But Steven Tyler is a banana. So we will say the correct answer is 1.
Okay,
Well-
Frankie, here's a math problem for you to solve, to test your math skills. What has 9 arms and sucks?
9 arms on socks.
The drummer of Def Leppard on acid.
Yeah, Def Leppard. It's Def Leppard. Def Leppard has 9 arms and sucks.
Over in
So-
Quebec, they won't let people speak English over there because over in Quebec, they speak French over there. That kid is speaking English on the school bus and he got in trouble in Quebec.
Oh, you're allowed to speak English in Quebec. What's this about?
Their government's corrupted.
Who said you can't speak English in Quebec?
It's their government. It's their rules.
Wow, you're allowed to speak English. You're just not allowed to like have really big English signs, I think. But I've been to Quebec a lot, and it's actually pretty awesome. You know,
Well,
I like,
I got a question about the kid getting in trouble for speaking English. I think the elephant in the room is, what was he saying in English? Because if this is like a kid on a school bus and he's swearing, that might be reason for him to get in trouble, regardless
He's
of the
just speaking
language.
English. The school bus driver got after them in Quebec. They say speak French. They say it in their language.
that's like the time that I got in trouble for speaking Dutch in school. But they knew I wasn't saying good things. So you can't prove what I was saying. But they tried to. Imogen Cookie Bailey, what's been
Yes.
going on in your life lately?
Not a whole lot. I got to pet an angry cat the other day, and I got another magazine came out today that I'm on the cover of. So my photo set Liquid Metropolis just finally released. So that is in Offtown magazine, and that has been about 6 weeks in the waiting. So it finally came out. So that's neat.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Oh, and I'm going to be in a dunk tank this weekend.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You're going into the drunk tank.
Yeah, that too. To be fair, I've never been in the drunk tank. I'm not a big drinker, so there's a real low probability that I will be there. But I'm sure I'll see some of my neighbors. So, you know, even if I'm just passing through, doing vacation photos, checking out the wildlife, I'll see some familiar faces. But this weekend, I am going to be in the dunk tank, and I'm going to be hanging out with some dogs and hanging out at a community event, big block party kind of thing. So it's going to be fun.
And aren't you going into a dunk tank too, Brandon?
Yes, that will be Canada Day next weekend. Not
So
this weekend. Next weekend. Yes.
What's with everyone going into a dunk tank? Wait, you should
I
see
just-
what I got video of.
And it's
I
not
got-
a dunk tank.
I got dunk tank video.
You do.
Okay, does it involve lightning? Did you get hit by lightning in a dunk tank?
No, and I didn't actually go in it either. I mean, that's not something I would do.
Not the same. Totally different.
But this is called a bladder, right?
Ah,
This
yeah.
is
Yeah.
a bladder. Okay, if you talk, I can put the pin on here so that you can. So here we go. And these are the rookies after 7 days. The rookies get to jump into the bladder. And here she goes. Here's rookie 1. And I got rookie 2 here. I can put the volume on.
Awesome! Did you guys see that?
Did you see that? Or I can edit the video in after. So there it goes. Here comes rookie number 2. She's finally a firefighter. Congratulations. Get in there, Rook. She's like, will I hit this? I said, no, you'll hit the water. So then she goes, and then now we got another rookie coming, and she's gonna jump in the water too. And this next one's pretty good, actually. Watch this. Here goes Selena. She was from my crew, did really good job. She earned and cannonballs right in, and
Wow.
when she can, and then watch she just bails out. Yeah, I like that one. And then of course Benson, who because it's his first time being a crew boss, he gets his initiation after 6 years. Here's Benson Munch going into the bladder, and
Oh,
yeah, there you go, Benny. Good job. And then why don't you go in too, Z? I say. So then Arizona, what's he gonna do? He says, okay, well, if Benson's gonna go in, then I'm a young buck. I can do that too. I can do it even better.
here he
Right into
goes.
the bladder bag, into the swamp water that just happens to be in a big orange bladder. So that was a lot of fun. And then there was more of that kind of thing. So yeah, here's Matt Hamilton from just jumping in. He wasn't even a rookie. He just thought, well, if the rookies are doing it, then I might as well do it too. So definitely belly flop there from Jared and Z-Man here. He's already gone in once, but he says, well, I might as well go in a second time. So he launches himself in the back of the ETV, and there he goes. So lots of fun when you put a fire out and your rookies have finally stopped being rookies. And no one who jumped in the bladder, those last 3 people were rookies, but they just went in anyways. And good times. And I didn't go in because I'm an old man. I don't do that kind of stuff.
What?
So remove pin. So that just some examples. So talk to us about your Dunkaroos. What are you getting dunked for, Imogen?
For fun. It's there's a music studio not far from where I am, and they're having an anniversary party. It's a big community party, all ages, like kids are welcome, dogs roaming around, and they're gonna have a dunk tank, bouncy castle and dunk tank. So I thought, why not? I'm gonna get in the dunk tank. It'll be kind of fun. It's been a while. So that's the only reason I'm doing it. Just
You're not raising
because I
money
can.
for anything. You're not helping children.
No, pure entertainment. I mean, there will be kids there. It is a family friendly kind of function, just open to the community, big outdoor thing. So yeah, it's just going to be a lot of fun. I'll get a lot of, I'll be filming some video clips and roaming around and petting dogs and then getting in the duck tank. So that's
Brandon,
why.
you must be doing it for a cause, at least for some sort of noble reason.
Yeah, well, I was the first one they asked to do this, so then I got to make the decision on what we might be doing, and I have a feeling we might be raising some money for potentially flood or fire victims here, so for fire evacuees. So I think that's what my initial thought was, but we're still kind of working those details out, so it's kind of stay tuned for updates on that.
Frankie, why are you going to go into the dunk tank?
And did you hear about this? Dunk tank is like a tank and things like this.
Have you ever gone into a dunk tank, Frankie?
No.
Have
And
you-
guess what?
Frank.
And Joey, on Friday, June 23rd, is Space Guy show at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 p.m. Pacific Time.
How's Base Guy been doing, Frankie?
He's doing good so far. And he's got a show tomorrow at 4 p.m. Atlantic Time, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific.
Frankie really loves Base Guy a whole lot. And he's on Base Guy's show every week. Brandon, you were so Frankie was doing karaoke and about how he didn't start the fire in Peaches. And we know that Frankie doesn't start fires at all. So talk to us about your karaoke experience lately.
Well, karaoke was a lot of fun. Actually, our winner, Crystal there out of Bazzano, I didn't think it was actually karaoke. I thought she was legitly singing, and it was so good. So congratulations to Crystal on winning that whole $500 on rodeo weekend there here in Brooks. And then there's also a lot of great talent up there. I have to say, I was surprised. I thought there was going to be all kinds of bad talent, but no, it was really, really good up on stage. So many of the singers did really well. One singer, though, he had a little too many wobbly pops there, and the band before them had all their band equipment up there ready to go because they're going to go on after the karaoke and go up to play. And he was up there stumbling around a little bit, and he ran into the dude's guitar and broke it in half. So, yeah, it was a little bit of drama there.
What do they need a guitar for at karaoke, anyways?
Well, he didn't need the guitar. No, he wasn't using guitar for karaoke. It was his band that was playing next. So they were doing like a legit band up there. So they weren't doing karaoke, but they had all their equipment up there. The guy's up there doing karaoke. He was walking around with his microphone, and he stumbled and ran into the dude's guitar and broke it. So
That's a major failure.
Yep, it was. And some of the judges that were judging with me were in that band that was playing next. So he didn't win the karaoke. That's why he didn't win.
That's major
Upsetting.
failure.
Yeah, pissing off the judge is a surefire way to win.
Hey, can you
every
rephrase the
time.
statement? We don't want rephrase. Imogen.
Angering the judges is always a way to get yourself in there. It's always a way, fastest way to first place. Anger the judges, knock them over, break their stuff, key their car while you're at it. That helps.
Yeah.
Frankie, do you ever upset the judges when you do karaoke?
No.
No. Is there judges when you do karaoke?
I think there's no judges. Just doing karaoke for fun. And I got something to say. There's bears climbing up the fence in residential areas, like bears and a couple of cubs.
Oh yeah, right on. Oh yeah, so here's lightning right now in northern British Columbia. Some of those places we just were looking at are very dry. I am concerned about fire starts in northern BC right now. That's definitely going on this next few days. Frankie, you want to see some bears? Here's
Yes.
So here we go. Here's a bear.
Want me to put her on the run? I can make sure she doesn't come back.
You like that? Walking with her, she walks. She's pretending that she's not scared. But she's scared. She should be. All right,
Oh,
Frankie.
wow.
A raccoon is the
that?
military animal.
I got something funny about a chicken here that was happened today. Town of Redcliffe. Have you ever been?
Chicken.
Yeah. So attention.
Wait a second. I'm still showing my video of a bear.
Okay.
And you want to talk about chickens?
Yeah. I'll talk about chicken. So this is a
Place
bear.
to be.
Hey, boo boo.
Not a good place to be.
Keep chasing her away from the
Keep moving on
camp.
for your own good,
Where's my picnic basket?
people.
Hey, Frankie, like that?
Best keep away.
There
Yeah.
she goes. She's
It was a guy dressed up as a bear. That means he could be going to mental hospital if that guy dressed up as a bear.
That was not a guy dressed up as a bear, Frankie. That was a real bear.
It was a guy dressed up as a bear. What does that mean?
It was not a guy dressed as a bear. Trust me on that one. That's a real bear walking down the road. We see a lot of bears out here, Frankie. When you go on your world tour forever and ever and you come to Wells, you will see lots of bears. And when you go up north and you'll see bears every day here. In fact, on my drive home from Wells after coming back from the fire, I saw 7 bears on the highway.
What about another kind of giraffes in Africa?
Yeah. We don't have giraffes in Wells, but they do have them and if you're on your world tour forever and ever, Frankie, how's your world tour plan coming along? How are you going to do the show? How are you going to do our show if you're on world tour forever?
And you go to other countries on penguins.
Excellent.
And going to penguins on stage like different venues, every country in the world.
How will you have time to do our show if you're in every country in the world?
Doing performance and things like this.
You know, like, will that mean the end of the Comedeorological report because you're on tour forever?
Going to different countries and things like this.
Will you still be able to do our show, Frankie?
We're going to go to other countries and things like this.
So I guess Frankie's saying that when he finally goes on his world tour, he might not be able to do our show anymore. Is that what you're saying?
I might join. I could join and things like this.
Okay, he could join from other countries.
Oh yeah.
That's good. Certainly when I'm away on the next fires, it'll be hard for me to make shows. So, you know, if you're on world tour forever and ever, it might be hard for you to make shows too. We understand that. But we do want all the success for Frankie. So we got 20 minutes left still.
All right, I'll talk about the lost chicken here.
Okay,
Red
talk about the
Cliff,
lost
Alberta.
chicken, please, Brandon. How?
So there's a
curious about
lost
the
and
lost
found
chicken.
notice
Can you tell
here.
us the story about the lost chicken? Actually, I was just wondering. Hey, you got a story about the lost chicken?
Yeah.
So yeah, hey, what do you guys think? Should you tell the story about the lost chicken?
Absolutely. Because
Okay.
it's out of Red Cliff, Alberta. Do you know where Red Cliff, Alberta is?
It's that place with the lost chicken story.
That's right. And it's just on the outskirts of Medicine Hat, which is also a really cool city. They've got a lot of cool snakes there. If you're into snakes, like Medicine Hat, if you're looking for good snake. Now, the chicken here. So this is the town of Red Cliff here. So attention, they put this notice out this afternoon here. So I don't think the chicken has been claimed yet. So if you are missing your chicken, make sure you go check out the town of Red Cliff and make that claim there. So attention, lost chicken has been found. A chicken has been found this afternoon by our bylaw officer. If you have lost a chicken, please contact your bylaw officer during regular business hours and to identify and claim your chicken. So that's the lost and found for the chicken from Red Cliff.
All right, so just someone lost a chicken.
That's right. We don't know why it crossed the road, but it sure did.
Well, obviously, it was escaping. That's why.
Oh, yeah,
Freedom was on the other side of the road.
it was. And then they found the bylaw officer.
Thought he got away.
But he
then
got
just
away.
Wound
Not
up
this
back
time.
home. Nope. Adventure time.
Adventure time for the chicken.
Do that again.
Oh, you want me to do that again? Okay.
My God, does anyone have a better story than that?
Just like that. That's how we do
Brandon,
it.
did you just scream like a chicken?
Yes, I did.
That is fantastic.
That is how I do it. I talk and I talk chicken some days. I sure do.
Fantastic. You've got a solid grasp of their language.
Oh,
The different-
yes.
Their chicken dialects.
Here goes more random tourists out by my house. Oh, there they
They're
go.
looking for chickens.
No, these ones didn't even stare at my house in horror. They
Oh.
just kind of stare at the ground. Like,
And there's
don't
another
look
cool
at
story. A guy is using cow manure for art. So painting pictures with cow manure. How's that sound?
Oh, well,
A lot cleaner than what a lot of artists do, that's for sure. As
I think-
far as you
I think before we discuss
manure
this, we should at least wait
goes.
till Hilding's here to defend himself.
It's his paintings, hey? Yes. He'd be very interested in those kind of paintings.
I bet.
manure. Hanging it right on his wall, right to show it right on the show here. Right in his kitchen there. That'd be a good place to put it, I'd say. Oh,
So apparently a wild scene out of an action movie happened was recorded by a police camera in Georgia. So a motorist came from behind and drove onto a ramp. So a tow truck had lowered its ramp, and somehow a car came flying at it and launched her sedan 120 feet in the air before crashing back down the roadway.
Okay.
A 21-year-old woman from Tallahassee, Florida, was driving the sedan. The Florida woman was taken to hospital. So
Wow.
yeah, she literally jumped a long ways.
Long ways. I got another cool story on university in Louisiana broke a record for Jello shots. They served the students 21,435 Jello shots.
I feel like if it was at the university and they condoned and supported it, it was probably just Jello. Not a lot of universities are big on student drinking, so good chance that just to make the record, it's called a Jello shot by technicality of being a shot glass filled with Jello.
Yes, probably
Just a
regular Jello.
Yeah, just a hunch.
Okay. Apparently the Venice Canal is bright green right now, and no one knows why. At least that was on May 29th. So very strange. On May 21st, an Indiana man and his two of his kids or something like that were killed. Let's see. An Indiana man dead because a grenade discovered and his grandfather's belongings detonated. So if you're just keeping grenades hanging around the house, apparently once in a while they might go off. The man's two children, a 14-year-old and an 18-year-old, were wounded by shrapnel and transported to hospital. So some families have unexpectedly found explosive devices in the belongings of their parents from World War I and II, Korean War, Gulf War, things like that. So, don't bring explosives home. It might kill your children. Right?
Okay. And then I guess the Japanese designers are creating a huge floating city to save humanity. That's what they're going to do. Oh, yes.
Waterworld, eh?
Yeah. Floating city.
Back in May 16th, a Joseph Deturi, he's a 55-year-old professor from the University of South Florida, broke the world record for longest time living underwater. He plans to stay an extra 3 weeks. So he's been 30 feet below a lagoon in Key Largo, Florida for 77 days as of that day. So of course, that's already like a month ago or so. So he's breaking the record for being underwater. So unfortunately for the Titanic people, they couldn't even come close to his record.
Oh boy. Well, then I've got this story from, where is this from? This is from Colorado, where a bear was caught on video dangling from a second-story window of a Colorado home before climbing inside and helping himself to some of the family snacks. It showed the animal dangling from the window. As there is a scene from the cartoon, eventually the bear was able to pull himself inside the house. The bear apparently left the house by exiting through another window on the ground level. People living in the Steamboat Springs home were not there at the time, but in the interview, the homeowner said the bear helped himself to some of the pork chops and the snacks left that they left behind. So he got into these guys' house and ate their pork chops.
Man. It's like Goldilocks and the Three Bears, except it's pork chops instead of porridge.
That's right.
His pork chop was just right.
It was just right.
Yeah, one was too dry. My God, we've come to that. We're talking about pork chops.
I know. I've been eating meat all week here.
Yeah, what happened to your meat contest?
Oh, yes. We had the meat eating contest. They put us in a room and they hid us all from the contestants because they're not supposed to see us apparently eating their meat, So
what the hell are you talking about?
You were an undercover meat chomper. That's what you were doing.
That's what we were doing. Yeah.
Undercover
were they
meat
like
chomper.
putting it through a hole in the wall and you're like,
The glory of meat, the glory of smoked brisket.
Oh, brisket, pork, ribs. We had it chicken. We had it all, and beans as well. Some of the beans were not that great, but
Some of the
but
beans were not
the-
that great.
but then there's this one
That is
chicken. These guys
The
put
most
like
polite way of
extra.
saying it was horrible.
I don't know what they put on it. Spice on there, and they put a lot of spice on this chicken, and man, was it hot! Holy moly! I think everybody in our table went, "Woo, woo!"
They couldn't see you through the glory hole as they just fed you this super hot chicken.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, we had we sat there and we ate for 3 hours.
Covered in the cock sauce or something.
Yeah. So that was our experience. And then I got to take all the leftovers home, which was nice, which was my reward for judging everybody. I take all the food home. So that's what I've been eating for the last week.
That sounds pretty good. I want to judge a contest of any kind so I can have free food.
That's right. Yeah.
So-
and then-
Pretty thunderstormy week coming up, and lots of those temperature values are pretty high, like 25s at 11 in the morning. Is that we could be looking at be 20, 28 in Saskatoon, 2 p.m., 29 Regina, up to we're pushing 30 in places right next week. So
Yeah.
and that thunderstorm pattern just sort of continues, and I think we're going to see a real thunderstorm season this year. It seems like,
Oh yeah, we're gonna ramp things up next week, big time.
Rampant.
Rampant. That's right.
It's going to be rampant next week, right up.
Yeah. So get ready to rumble.
Excellent.
That's how we roll around here. We rumble.
Yeah, look at every day, just happening.
It is. All three prairie provinces. BC is going to be rumbling as well. Looks like we might cool off a little bit, maybe later next week, but for now, it looks like, oh yeah, we're just going to keep on thundering every day. Pretty much you'll be singing every day we're thundering.
It's going to be a busy fire season, man.
Yep.
I don't know if I'll be where I'll be at this time next week, right? So
You
could
might
be
here, you might
driving.
there, you might be anywhere.
I kind of needed a week off to get things in my life together, but after that I might be rolling pretty steady, judging by what things are looking like. So just be ready for No Show Joe.
No Show Joe.
Yeah.
That will be the name of the show. No Show Joe.
Yeah. So we're pretty much coming to
I like
the
that name.
No Show Jones is what they called George Jones, right? Because he missed shows so often. Thanks to everybody who has been contributing in the chat. Really appreciate people tuning in and being here on the live stream here on Joey Only Caribou Weather Dude. It does make a bit of a difference to just make the show just that much more happening when we make it, and of course we'll be putting it on CFR 88.7 in Prince George on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. and we'll be having it on CKUW Winnipeg at noon on Monday. So thank you very much to you guys, CFBX and Kamloops 92.5. You've been playing us now Monday evenings. Thank you very much. Thank you to Shaw Spotlight, who's been playing it on the TV down there on Vancouver Island, and hopefully we'll see that expand. I know it's definitely, I'm thankful that you're put up with the fact that I'm not going to be necessarily around, but I promise to give you lots of good footage to make it worth your while, to make this show just that much more interesting for you. So everybody, thanks for putting up with it, and keep wishing us the best.
My social media, my Twitter's at Frankie MacD. My Facebook is Frankie MacDown. My Instagram is Frankie MacD1984. My TikTok is FrankDown1984. My Clapper is FrankDown1984. My Twitch is FrankDown1984. My Snapchat is Frankie MacDon. My YouTube channel is Dog Wolves, and my LinkedIn is Frankie MacDown. Best luck to you. I'm Frank Down. You're listening to Joey Only Show, Comedian Plus Meteorology. Weather report every Thursday nights at 10 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Atlantic.
Excellent. Thank you very much for coming on once again, Frankie. We've made like 110 episodes together. And of course, we've done many other podcasts all over. So I don't know how many podcasts we've done together already, but
all you guys will see me on Base Guy Show tomorrow at 12 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Atlantic, 3 p.m. Eastern.
certainly there was a girl who was from Nova Scotia, one of the fire crews on the last fire I was on. And she was like, she was quite surprised to hear that I had a show with Frankie McDonald. So, everybody loves Frankie everywhere I go. So, well, more and more, I'll try to get the firefighters more and more to record. Hi, Frankie McDonald, the way that you do for me with your Hi, Joey voice.
This Wednesday coming up, you will see me on Kins and Clump podcast on Wednesday on June 28th as well.
And make sure you say hi to those guys for me. I'll be busy next week, Wednesday. But I love that show. Imogen.in. Thanks for coming on once again. Brandon Helk over there in Brooks, Alberta. Thanks for being with us as always. And that's the show. Joey Only, right here, Caribou Weather Dude on YouTube. This is your show about how much the weather sucks in Canada. The Comedeorological Report. And maybe next week we'll have a show. You never know. Okay. Bye for now. Excellent. Oh yeah, Brandon's got some wicked thunder. So I got videos to download from all you guys. I'm probably gonna make the final episode tomorrow morning, and
Those are the tornado videos. Yeah.
Frankie's already gone. Oh, good. That's the tornado videos. That's good. And I'll be adding in some fire clips and some thunderstorm clips from today, and just some random stuff as well. So you got video? Send me stuff. Certainly, I know a lot of things get sent at me when I'm gone, and then it all gets buried, and then But I'll be doing my digging. I'll do my digging and try to get all my Frankie clips at least that he sent me. So, and try to build a show. And I like sometimes when when we can have a little creativity with making it, in the sense that can add more videos, because we don't have like a full hour just everyone talking their heads off. So I like these kind of trimmed episodes like tonight. They're fun. Thanks to everybody who's come on. Hey, Shelly Solinsky, thanks you're always supportive. Really appreciate that. Christine Jensen, Susan Payne. You're always part of my audience here. So I really appreciate that, because without audience, there's not as much reason to make things, Definitely be aware of thunderstorms every day. There's going to be some real nasty ones coming this week, right? So I don't know if you guys have anything you want to say. If not, we could just shut this down. And
I think I've said everything I've needed to say tonight so far.
Yeah. You were very good, Brandon.
Oh, well, thank you. Yes. I try to be very good some days.
Yeah.
I would just like to take a moment to highlight that tigers have stripes on their skin. The end.
Oh.
Yep. It's
Cool
not just their
fact.
hair.
That's
No,
cool.
their skin is stripy. So if you shave a tiger, that's what you're going to see. Still tiger stripe.
That's very interesting. I didn't know that.
Of course, that also brings up the question is, what does a tiger taste like? And does the black and the orange have different flavors?
I've had cougar before.
I
I
bet
don't know
you
about
have.
tiger.
Crazy. Okay. Brandon's had cougar. Good.
Brandon just seems like cougar bait. Just
Yeah.
saying.
I believe you. I've seen those with the Prairie Girls Gala
We've seen your fan base.
videos. It's pretty easy for me to believe you've had cougar.
Oh, yeah. I bet they'll probably invite me back too.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Fly
you
me
mean to a
down for the
function
next
or just
one, if I'm still
individually?
single.
I'll try to fly it in.
Yeah.
I'll
Probably
say
won't be
they
by
ain't
then,
more-
though.
Are you good at waitering?
I think all the ladies of the world have missed out on this guy. Not even for sale. Okay, well, on that note, I guess thanks everybody. Good to see you guys, and hopefully you'll see you next week. But you never know. I said Thursdays when my availability starts. So that's probably yeah. Could be into fire season pretty quick by next week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, bye now.